Hi everyone, I welcome all of you in another exciting video. As all of you know that we have started a series in which we are practicing driving test quizzes for different states of Canada, and we have already covered different states which can be found in the description. In this video, we are going to practice Newfoundland state. In this state, we have total 8 quizzes and we are going to divide in two parts. First 4 quizzes will be covered in this video and next 4 quizzes we will cover in the next video. So let's start with the first 4 one. Here you can see that I am on the homepage of Canadian Practice Test website, and here I'm going to click on driving test. Then different states are coming here, so I'm going to select the Newfoundland, which is the last one. So here you can see that we have total 8 quizzes and we are going to start with the first one. So let's click on traffic rule quiz number 1. Welcome to your Newfoundland driving test rule number 1. So I'm going to click on start. Here we go. The first question of quiz number 1 is, who is responsible for making sure that a passenger of 18 years of age or over is wearing a seat belt? The right answer of this question is the passenger. So I'm going to click on the second option. Yeah, this is the correct one. And next. Once an infant has outgrown a rear facing car seat, they must be restrained in a forward facing car seat until they reach what weight? The right answer of this question is 18 kilogram. So I'm going to select the second one. Next. The third question of quiz number 1 is, what is the permitted blood alcohol content for a novice driver in Newfoundland? So the right answer of this question is 0%. So I'm going to click on the last option, which should be the right one. Yeah, this is correct. And next. The fourth question is, you cannot see through the rear window. In these circumstances, how many outside mirrors are you required to have on your vehicle? The right answer of this question is 2. So second option is the 2. Yeah. Next. The maximum fine for not wearing a seatbelt properly is? The right answer of this question is $500. So I'm going to select the first one, which should be the right one. Yeah, correct. And we are going to move to the sixth question of quiz number 1. When driving with a Class 5 Level 1 learner's license, a driver must be accompanied by a licensed driver with how many years of driving experience in Class 5 or higher? The right answer of this question is 4 years. So I'm going to select the second one. This is the correct one. And next. Your rear signal lights must be what color? The right answer of this question is red or amber. So I'm going to select the first option. Next. Transport Canada recommends that children should be properly restrained in the rear seats until they reach what age? The right answer of this question is 13, which is the second option. Yeah. Next. Your front signal lights must be of what color? The right answer is white or amber. So I'm going to select the second option. Yeah, this is the right one. And next. The 10th question is, the first thing to do when changing lane is to? The right answer is check the traffic ahead. So I'm going to select the third one. Yeah. Next, when driving on a Class 5 Level 2 license, a novice driver must be accompanied if driving between the hours of? The right answer of this question is midnight and 5 a.m. So looking like the third option is the right one. Yeah. Next, your license plate must have a white light attached which is visible for a distance of? The right answer of this question is 15 meters. So I'm going to select the second option. And next, your front signal lights must be visible for a distance of? The right answer is 110 meters. Next, the lap belt on a seat belt should be tied across? The right answer is the hips. So I'm going to select the last option. Next, when leaving a divided highway, you should start to slow down? The right answer of this question is once you have entered the deceleration lane. So I'm going to select the second option. How much tread depth must the tires on your vehicle have as a minimum? The right answer is 1.5 millimeters. So I'm going to select the third option. Next, if you disobey a speed limit in a construction zone, the fine you would normally receive will be? The right answer is doubled. So I'm going to select the second one. This is the right one. And next, the 18th question of quiz number 1 is, if you use a handheld cellular telephone while driving in Newfoundland and Labrador, you will be fined and be given how many demerit points? The right answer of this question is 4. So I'm going to select the first option. Yeah, this is the correct one. And next, your rear signal lights must be visible from what distance? The right answer of this question is 250 meters. Yeah. Next, an infant must be properly restrained in a correctly installed infant carrier facing the rear of the vehicle until they reach what weight? The right answer is 9 kilogram, which is the last one. So I selected the last one. And next, your tail lights must be visible from what distance? The right answer of this question is 150 meters. Yeah. Next, when a vehicle is merging onto a divided highway, who has the right of way? The right answer of this question is vehicle are heading on the highway. So let's click on the third option. Next, The third last question of quiz number 1 is you will not be able to see a car in the next lane in your rear view mirror when the right answer is its front bumper is level with your rear bumper. So I'm going to select the first option. This is the right one. Next. The second last question of quiz number 1 is you see a car ahead of you on a divided highway about to merge. You are in the right hand lane. You should. The right answer of this question is move in to an outside lane if possible. So I'm going to select the second option. This is the right one. Next, the last question of quiz number 1 is the headlights of your motor vehicle must give off a beam of white light which will reveal another person or vehicle at your distance. The right answer of this question is, so I'm going to select the third option. Yeah, this is the correct one, and this is the end of quiz number 1 of Newfoundland state. Hi everyone. I welcome you on one of the best platform in which you are going to practice driving tests for different Canadian states. And before starting the video, I would like to mention that don't forget to subscribe our YouTube channel and press the bell icon so that you will be notified for our upcoming videos. Thank you so much. Congratulations on completing your first quiz, and now it's time to move to the second one, and I'm going to click on traffic rules quiz number 2. Welcome to your Newfoundland driving test rule number 2. So let's get started. Here we go. The first question of quiz number 2 is if you approach an intersection with traffic lights which are broken, you should treat it as if. The right answer is it is a four-way stop. So I'm going to select the last option. Next. Passes may not be made at. The right answer is any of these locations. So let's click on the last option. This is the right one. Next. The third question is at an intersection where stop signs are on all four corners, who has right of way? The right answer is the driver who stops first. So I'm going to select the third one. This is the correct one. And next. When you see a visually impaired person extending their white cane at a corner, you should. The right answer of this question is slow down and prepare to let them cross. So let's click on the last option. This is the right one. And next. An emergency vehicle with lights and siren on is approaching you from behind. What should you do? The right answer of this question is pull as far right as possible and stop. So let's click on the second option. Yeah, next. You are approaching an intersection with no stop line or crosswalk. What should you do? The right answer is stop close to the corner and yield to all pedestrian and other traffic. So I'm going to select the third option. This is the right one. Next. You may not make a pass within what distance of a crosswalk? The right answer is 30 meters. So let's click on the third option. Next. You are turning left at an intersection with another vehicle coming toward you. Right of way rests with. The right answer is the other driver. So I'm going to select the last option. This is the correct one, and now we are going to move to the ninth question of quiz number 2. If a police officer instructs you to drive through a red light, you should. The right answer is obey. So I selected the last one. Next. Turning left from a one-way to a two-way street, you should turn so that. The right answer is you finish in the lane closest to the center line. So let's click on the first option. Next, the 11th question is a 2-point turn is initiated by. The right answer is backing into a side road. So I'm going to select the second option. Next, on a highway with a passing lane, two cars are level ahead, the lanes merge together. Who has right of way? The right answer of this question is the car in the throw lane. So let's click on the second option. Yeah. Next, you are approaching an intersection with no controls. Another car is approaching from your right. Who has right of way? The right answer is the other driver. So let's click on the third option. Next, the law demands that you should give a signal when you intend to. The right answer is do any of these things. So I selected the third one. This is the right one. And next, when moving into a passing lane, you should. The right answer of this question is do all of these. So let's click on the second option. Next, when a legal pass is being made, who has the right of way? The right answer is the overtaking driver. So I'm going to select the last option. Yeah. Next, if your vehicle signal lights are not working, you should signal that you are slowing down or stopping by. The right answer is pointing your left arm down, waving backwards. So let's click on the second option. Yeah, this is the right one. And next, you can make a U-turn near the top of a hill. The right answer is under no circumstances. So let's click on the second option. And next, turning left from a two-way street to another two-way street, you should. The right answer of this question is turn from the far left lane to the far left lane. So let's click on the first option. Next, a U-turn should only be executed if the road is wide enough to make it in. The right answer is one swing. So let's click on the one swing and next. The 21st question of quiz number 2 is, you may exceed the speed limit in order to pass. The right answer is under no circumstances. Next, which of these has to be considered when passing another vehicle? The right answer of this question is all of them. Next. The third last question of quiz number 2 is, when you come to a stop at a stop line, you can only proceed once. The right answer of this question is, you have yielded to all pedestrian and other traffic crossing. The second last question is, if your vehicle signal lights are not working, you should signal a right turn by. The right answer of this question is holding your left arm out, elbow bent, pointing toward the sky. So I'm going to click on the last option. Yeah. Next, the last question of quiz number 2 is, a 3-point turn on the highway must be initiated by. The right answer of this question is pulling to the extreme right of the road. So I'm going to select the second option, which is the right one. And this is the end of quiz number 2 of Newfoundland set. This is for your kind information that we are also providing PDF files with questions and answers. So if you need these questions and answers in PDF format, feel free to contact on our email mentioned in the description section. And we are also active on our social media pages. So you can also contact with us there for any type of help. Thank you. Congratulations on completing your first 2 quizzes of Newfoundland state, and now we are going to move to the third one. So I'm going to click on traffic rule quiz number 3. So yeah, welcome to your Newfoundland driving test rule number 3. So let's get started. The first question is, when an emergency vehicle with its light and siren approaches on a single lane highway, you should. The right answer of this question is pull over to the right and stop. So I'm going to select the third one. Next, the second question is, parking is not permitted within what distance of crosswalk? So the right answer of this question is 6 meters. So I'm going to select the first one. This is the correct one. And next, the third question is, when choosing a parking space, you should choose one that is around. The right answer is 1.5 times the length of your vehicle. So let's click on the second option. Correct. Next, what proportion of rear end collisions occur in ideal driving and road conditions? The right answer of this question is 2/3. So I'm going to click on the last option, which is 2/3. Yeah, this is the right one. And next, you are approaching a school bus in the opposite lane which has its light flashing. You should. The right answer is stop before you reach it. So let's click on the first option. Correct. Next, when parking near a railroad crossing, you must be how far away from it? The right answer of this question is 15 meters. So I'm going to click on the third one, which is 15. Next, when parking facing uphill on a street with a curb, your wheel should point. The right answer is towards the center of the street. So I'm going to click on the last one. Yeah. Next, where should your right arm be when you are backing up? The right answer is along the back of the passenger seat. So let's click on the third option. Correct. Next, a good alternative method of measuring following distance is to make sure your vehicle does not pass a checkpoint asked by the vehicle in front for at least. The right answer is 2 seconds. Next, when parking facing uphill on a street without a curb, your wheel should be. The right answer is toward the edge of the street. So I'm going to click on the third option. Next, if you have an emergency, breakdown, accident, etc., and you do not have emergency flares or indicators, a good way to indicate that you need help is to. The right answer is raise the hood of your vehicle. So I'm going to select the second option, the correct one. And next, when properly parked, the wheels of your vehicle should be within what distance of the curb? The right answer is 30 centimeters. Next, if you have missed an exit on a divided highway, what should you do? The right answer is drive on the next exit and leave there. So let's click on the third option. This is the right one. And next, when is double parking permitted? The right answer is never. The third one is the right one. Next, you should never back up a vehicle unless. The right answer is you have physically checked behind it. So I'm going to click the last option, which is the correct one. And we are going to move to the 16th question of quiz number 3. If you are near a public building, school, church, etc., you must not park within what distance of it? The right answer is 6 meters. So let's click on the first option. And next, parking is prohibited from what distance of the entrance to a fire station? The right answer is 7 meters. Taking a point directly opposite a fire hydrant on the curb or edge of the road, you may not park within what distance of this point? The right answer of this question is 1 meter. Next, When driving at night and being passed by an emergency vehicle, it is common courtesy to. The right answer is turn off your headlights and leave on your parking lights. Looking like the second one is the right one. Yeah, correct. Next, you must not park within what distance of a stop sign or other traffic control signal. The right answer is 10 meters. Next, if you have to park a vehicle on the highway, you must make sure that it can be seen for what distance of both directions. The right answer of this question is 60 meters. So I selected the first one, this is the right one, and next. When parking facing downhill, your wheels should always point. The right answer of this question is toward the edge of the street. So let's click on the last option. This is the correct one. Next. The third last question of quiz number 3 is parking is not permitted within what distance of the bus stop? The right answer of this question is 20 meters. Next. The second last question is the hand controlling the steering wheel when backing up should begin at what position? The right answer of this question is 12 o'clock. Next. The last question is the minimum safe distance from following or ordinary passenger vehicle is. The right answer of the last question is 1 car length for every 15 km per hour. So I'm going to click the last one. This is the right one, and this is the end of quiz number 3 of Newfoundland state. One thing I would like to mention here that this is super important. Instead of just watching a video, practice these quizzes yourself on canadianpracticetest.com. To be honest, we built this website specially to educate all viewers and make this test easy for our audience. Thank you. Congratulations, you have completed your first 3 quizzes, and now we are going to start quiz number 4, which is the last one for part 1 video. So let's click on traffic rules quiz number 4. Welcome to your Newfoundland driving test rule number 4. Start. Here we go. The first question is, when it's raining, at what time will the road be at their most slippery? The right answer is a few minutes after it started to rain. So let's click on the last option. Yeah, next. When driving through settlements or school zones, the speed limit is. The right answer is 50 km per hour. Next. Tests have shown that aggressive driving can increase fuel consumption by. The right answer of this question is 40%. So let's click on the first option. Next. The fourth question of quiz number 4 is, on paved highways other than the Trans-Canada Highway, the speed limit is. The right answer of this question is 80 km per hour. So I'm going to select the third one. Next, how should you warn drivers behind that you are slowing down or preparing to stop? The right answer of fifth question is flash your brake lights. So I'm going to select the last option. Next, you are obliged legally to report a client to the police if a person has been injured or the total financial damage appears to be more than. The right answer of this question is $1,000. So I selected the second option, which is $1,000. And next, which of these is the only situation in which you should use your high beam headlights? The right answer is in open country with no other cars near. So I'm going to select the last option. This is the right one. And next, when meeting oncoming traffic at night, you should dim your headlights before you get within. The right answer is 150 meters. Next, if your wheels lock up on a patch of ice and you have conventional brakes, you should. The right answer of ninth question is release the brake and apply more gently. So let's click on the second option. Yeah, correct. Next, legally, you should have your lights on between what time? The right answer is half an hour before sunset to half an hour after sunrise. So let's click on the last option. Yeah, this is the correct one, and we are going to move to the 11th question of quiz number 4. Studies have shown that at least one driver had been drinking in what percentage of fatal accidents? The right answer of this question is 50%. Yeah, next. On gravel roads, the speed limit is. The right answer of this question is 60 km per hour. Next, if you drift or forced onto the shoulder of the road, you should. The right answer is steer in the straight line as you slow down. So let's click on the third option. Next, in very dense, zero visibility fog, you should. The right answer is turn on your high beam headlights. So I'm going to click on the last option. The 15th question is, to avoid being blinded by the glare from oncoming cars, you should. The right answer is look to the right hand side of the road. So let's click on the first option. Next, by mileage, there are how many times more fatal collisions at night than there are during daylight hours? The right answer is 3, which is the third one. Yeah. Next, if you experience a tire blowout, you should. The right answer of 17th question is hold the steering wheel firmly. So let's click on last option. And next, leaving the scene of an accident can incur a prison sentence of up to. The right answer is 2 years. Next, if you start to skid and you have a front wheel drive vehicle, to pull out of it, you should. The right answer is accelerate slightly. So let's click on the first option. Next, the 20th question of quiz number 4 is, if you cause the death of another person by driving while impaired, you can go to the prison for up to. The right answer of this question is 14 years. Next, in addition to nighttime driving, you should must turn on your headlights when visibility is less than. The right answer of this question is 150 meters. Next, on the paved portions of the Trans-Canada Highway, the speed limit is. The right answer of this question is 100 km per hour. Next, the third last question of quiz number 4 is, coming up behind another vehicle, you should dim your headlights before you are within. The right answer of this question is 200 meters. The second last question of quiz number 4 is, if another vehicle suddenly appears on a collision course with you, the first thing you should do is. The right answer is brake hard. So I'm going to select the first one, which is brake hard. Next, the last question of quiz number 4 is, at night, you should never drive so fast that. The right answer is, you cannot stop within the distance you can see in your headlights. So let's click on the second option. Yeah, this is the correct one, and this is the end of quiz number 4 of Newfoundland state. And we have covered first 4 quizzes in this video, and the next 4 quizzes we are going to cover in the second part of this video. Thank you.